My Govanen Melodine, and well met indeed. I am Arakir Galadirthan, head of the modding team behind Divide and Conquer, and welcome back to Divide and Conquer as we continue on as Angmar, as I always do 3 episodes back to back when we start a new series, and this is the 3rd. So that's why the icons haven't changed yet, because I haven't implemented the new ones that I was discussing in the previous episode. And as of the day of recording this, a very happy Valentine's Day to each and every one of you. I do hope you had a nice day yesterday, today, the day before yesterday, depending on where and when you are watching this. So, indeed, happy to you all. If you aren't really sure what we're up to at the moment, we are sending our army off, most likely to its death, to besiege and hold Imladris, because I want to get it as quickly as possible. We are also building a small army on the southwestern side, which will defend our nation against roaming bands of northern Dunedain, such as Captain Brannan. And something that some people did suggest is, could I just turn the music down a touch? So we'll go 2 more lower, and that should hopefully then have appeased everyone. You guys move into there and await for Drangu. You guys are... Oh, we lost Barceleg. Oh, bugger. We're never going to take it with all of that. So those guys are just put in here. Your first task... Reclaim Barceleg. Oh, that's frustrating, isn't it? We are losing money, considerably so. But that will all change once Imladris is ours. And indeed, once we get Gobadrine as well. And just as our nation improves and expands. So, all to come. But we are having to go through a few end turns to get to where we want to be. I'd like map info, please. Rejected. Curses! Why do they never want map information with me? It's disappointing that Barceleg left us. I mean, come on. We only left it ungarrisoned for a turn. And it's already jumped ship. Very disappointing. Just can't hold on to any allegiances nowadays, can you? None whatsoever. There was something I was going to say, and I've completely forgotten. It's utterly slipped my mind. And I just cannot remember it. Well, one thing I was going to say is to apologise to the gentleman that pointed out the icon symbol. Whilst I disagreed with his point, as has been discussed and pointed out to me, perhaps I was a little rude in the way that I dealt with that. So I do apologise. I can disagree with you without being an absolute twiddlestick about it. And I was, so apologies for that. I appreciate apologies a little redundant at this late stage, but there we are. Captain Haergon, Overlord Agandauer. Now, he's got 2 units of armor-piercing, quite powerful armor-piercing units, and then 3 trash. And we've got infantry and a unit that has armor in droves. So we don't really want to go up against them at this kind of time, I suppose. Although it does think we stand quite a chance. I'm going to do it. Why ever not? Go for it, lads.
There'll be no escaping us now. Attack!
The Northern Dunedain. They aren't Northern Dunedain. They've just got a Northern Dunedain captain, of course. A Northern Dunedain, a captain. Right, the plan here is to get the Angmar infantry to hit the Huskarls, while Agandauer then takes on the 3 units of Hillmen. But if it goes that way, remains to be seen. There's Agandauer's men of Mordor. Temple Wards, the only Dark Numenorians that we get as Angmar, and there he is, our faction leader sent from the Mordor by Sauron himself. Hence he carries Mordor's banner into battle, whereas the rest of us have the Iron Crown. Right, they are splitting up exactly how we'd want them to split up. So take the initiative. They've done exactly what we want them to, actually. What are the chances of that? Right, Angmar infantry. Just try and keep them tied up. Do what you can. Agandauer will make short work of these Hillmen if everything goes to plan. I don't know what his Black Hand does, and unfortunately you can't check mid-battle, which is frustrating. But we'll go to ×6 for now. We're losing a lot of our infantry, but Agandauer is melting through those Hillmen. As you'd expect. Now do it. Oh dear, the infantry are going down very quickly.
We've lost half of our men.
But Agandauer's lost hardly any, and he is slaughtering these Hillmen. Temple Wards for the win, am I right? The banner of the Iron Crown fighting against us. Hillmen who feel that Agendour being sent here is a disgrace. Fighting to usurp Sauron and claim the North as an independent realm. Ah, bugger.
Bloodied.
The Huskarls have arrived.
Lost. Our men have fought long and are becoming tired.
We've killed 50%. But now it's against us. Withdraw. Withdraw. Ah, the easiest way actually is just to press escape, isn't it? Oh, especially when Agendour is still... Yeah. Exit.
Our enemies may have won this battle.
They lost 542. 575 kills. Oh, Agendour. It was only the Huskarls, sadly. I'm not sure there was too much more we could do. If we had sent Agendour against the Huskarls, he would have been killed. It's as simple as that. And the infantry weren't good enough to deal with the hillmen. But of course, we will be back. And they will fall to the Iron Crown. It's only a matter of time. It's really going to bug me what I was going to say and that I've not said. Ah, it was just on the tip of my tongue like 5 minutes ago.
We fear them.
And now it's completely gone from my mind.
With the men of
Your orders.
Is he called Horsey? Oh, Horsa. Not a Pokemon, it turns out.
Yes. Yes.
There we are, we'll get Barceleg back.
A force to be feared. Finish them. An order.
Agendour, you just need some troops to go with you. Just another unit of trash, really. But we haven't got anything like that.
Yes.
And Morholt is quite a ways out from Imladris, but the garrison is very small. Morholt, why are you going so slowly?
An order.
You guys get to knock for a claw.
Would you
Linden
wish to
diplomat
speak
over
to
there.
me? Yes, my lord.
Who else can we get map info from? Oh, none really. Can we get trade rights from anyone else? Who don't we have trade rights from?
Without
I don't know.
question.
We'll send you that way. Maybe use you as a
Tomorrow's
spy
journey
or something for
planned
now.
out.
There's our
If
spy.
only, my lord.
Ah, keeping watch on Imladris. Yes, good. End the turn again. Match is going on behind the scenes for the release of the next version, and it will be when it will be. But you will hopefully have the final developer diary of version 3 next week. So read into that what you will. But that will give you all of the recent changes. There's actually been quite a lot of changes, some of them quite pertinent to Angmar, since I started recording this, which is frustrating. And I can talk about those a little bit more later on in the campaign, but I don't want to spoil anything.
Yes, tomorrow's journey.
So if everything
planned
goes to
out.
plan, you'll find out what I'm talking about in a while, or shortly. Well, we are going to have to send a general to go with Agendour. It's the only way we're going to get Goberdrine. But I don't really want to use Skuld. But Skuld, could you send some of your troops, actually?
Your will.
Yeah, that'll work.
By your command. Yes. Move.
Excuse me, sorry.
Moving to crush the enemy.
I'm tempted to see what would happen if we
Besieging
auto-resolve.
the coward
Ah,
lord.
clear defeat. But Agendour survived, and he
They
killed
won't be
some
so
more.
lucky next time. Orders.
Although every defeat
An
makes him
order.
lose some command stars,
We'll
and we lose
stop
money, of
here.
course. It's probably not a very good idea to do that, actually, but there we are. It's past. The moment has passed. It's done now. Did we miss the canned banner? It's my favourite. Oh, a lot of the battlefield banners are being changed to reflect various changes to the icons. They're not to represent the icons per se, but they are changed to be a little more in keeping with the icons. And some of the more poor quality or lower quality battlefield banners are being amended. Oh, look, the Misty Mountains are beating us to it. Hold on, lads. We need to get in on this action. Oh, the only way in is to go round them. I'll tell you what we'll do, because we've got an alliance with them. I don't mind cheating past them, because they would let me walk past them, let's be honest. The question is, where is the rest of Imladris' army? Why aren't they coming for us?
Your will, my lord.
There we are.
Yes. Move.
Our Goberdrine force assembles and is almost ready, just as we lose more and more and more money. It wouldn't be a Galu campaign if we didn't lose money, though, would it? So it's good in a way. To make sure that you all know it's me. I really don't think those icons look that bad. I can see how some people might think they would, though. But personally, I think they're fine. I think a lot of people do seemingly have rose-tinted glasses of the old icons. I mean, you've got 2.2. Just load it up and have a look.
An order. Your will.
Right, we're in. We're going to besiege them. We're not going to rush that. Barceleg is about to rise up as well.
Not going anywhere. Yes.
Oh, hello. What's going on here?
As you command. We shall slaughter them.
We don't actually need siege equipment, but we'll take some.
Besieging the coward, my lord.
Oh, it's not that great. I mean, yes, it's got the family, and they've all apparently got 9-star bodyguards, and a 9 experience unit of Elder Inway Spearmen. Where on earth did they come from? But then it's a couple of Quendi, Dunedain Wardens, cavalry which won't be useful in Imladris at all, and Tulkas' Faithful. With any luck, we might actually be on a bridge for the battle, but we've got a lot of our own cavalry, I realise. I really don't think we're going to win at Imladris, but we'll end the turn and see what happens. Come on, you pointy-eared buggers. We're here to do what should have been done 1,000 years ago. Claim all of the North in the name of Angmar. Independent of his liege, Sauron the Great, who watches on our efforts from afar, of course. Imladris must have something else, surely. Oh no, we get a message if they take Ostenithil, don't we? But first of all, Hunvorn must reclaim Barceleg, because we lost it. In we go.
Leave your mercy behind, men. We shall utterly crush.
I like that image. Easterlings or Southrons, I'm not really sure which, but I think they just look like cool cavalry. Right, here we are. Barceleg once again. We only just claimed the bloody place. Warg Raiders are archers, that's nice. To me, Hillman! Oh, we're on a bit of a hill. Oh no, we don't want to fight on that slope over there then. Right, let's get you all... They've got to come at us, so let's just form a line. There. You gentlemen go on the left, take Hunvorn with you. You guys... Oh, he actually does speak English. The Barrowites. That said something like, stand to the trial. Stand to something. No. It definitely says stand to. And that one sounds like I wait. I think. Did they have any archers? I didn't check. No. Pitiful army, really, isn't it? Pikes down. Wait for them to actually engage, and then we'll flank round and win this. Oh, they have got axe throwers there. And they've used those happily. Into positions. Use the wargs as well. This will be over shortly.
The enemy are badly bloody. The battle is very much in our favor. Victory will be the enemy general. We've captured the enemy's general. That'll teach
Who's
us.
still fighting? Oh,
We're
it's over.
awed by the victory.
Oh, we lost more than I was
have won here
hoping.
today.
I don't need to see who the top killer was. It matters not. It's so bugging me. I'm so sorry. I was going to talk about something, and it's just utterly gone. God, that's frustrating, isn't it? Ah. No, it's just not there. I just can't think of it. It's just gone. I am sorry. We have recently breached the 35,000 subscriber mark. And I do plan to do some sort of recognition of that once version 3 is released, so watch this space. Right, Barceleg is once again ours. It's got literally no one living there. Why does it hate us so much? Just because there's Northmen, and the cultural unrest is unreal. We should have slain everyone. It won't upgrade till it gets 5,000 anyway. It would have made no difference. We should have just killed everyone. Because they don't like us, and they're not going to like us. We'll keep everyone where they are for now, although we don't want that many units in the front lines, so send those out. Send those out. Ah, who involved? Oh, we haven't got any money, have we? No. We're losing it hand over fist. One turn until Dunedain rises up again. I'm surprised that Imladris did not go for it. Curious. I thought they'd rise up immediately as soon as we besieged them. They can't surely think that we have a chance. And every turn they wait, the chance of us winning just increases so much. Because, of course, they lose elves. And every elf slain in a siege is a brilliant victory for us. And once we have Imladris, of course, we have no risk of it falling into enemy hands because it's surrounded by our allies. And the Northern Dunedain aren't going to come through Cameth Bryn to try and get Imladris. Not in a million. Alright, Himven, we have a score to settle, and this time I come with more men. Agendour will not be made a mockery of. I know you're all dying to know, so a little bit of personal information about me. I've got sausage and mash for dinner today, and I shall be enjoying it as soon as this episode ends. What have you all got for dinner today? I'm fascinated to know. Right, same sort of thing again, I think. We'll tie the enemy up with our units. And then... Oh, that's gone really badly. Ah, there we are. They've made the error. Oh, I don't know what is going on over there. Those hillmen are massacring our conscripts, though. Goodness. Oh, we're getting slaughtered. Right, kill as many as you can, please. Agendour will deal with the hillman, no trouble. I really don't know what that does, but I'm sure it will help us. I was just so blasé about our victory there. I've put us into a right state. And those units are getting slaughtered. Ah, we are going to be made a mockery of. Come on, Agendour. Quicker, 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 quicker. Come on.
If we continue like this,
right, push through. Ignore the hillman. Ignore the hillman. Charge! Get at least a small flanking bonus. Now, we do a lot more damage than them. Let's not forget that. And they've sent one unit to run away. So that gives us a bit of a breather to slay the others. Right, there we are. It's all on all. Oh, they ran away again. I'm confused. Yeah, get our own charge bonus. I think we're going to do it even despite my stupidity. Yes, we are, because they only do that running away thing when they think they need an advantage of some sort. If they think they're going to win, they keep their units in combat. But if they think they're going to lose, they try and seek alternative methods of winning. And one such is to try and capitalise on their charge bonus. But of course, they fail to realise because Med2 thinks that the X is going to happen. And it can't really contemplate that actually Y is going to happen. In this case, X being my units are going to run away, turn around and charge. Whereas Y, of course, is my units are going to try and run away. Most of them are going to get caught and killed by 2-on-1 situations. And then I'm going to turn around. And so it's trying to do option A, X, and in fact Y is happening. And it is still, so it basically shoots itself in the foot over and over. And you end up getting a victory like that when really that should have been a loss. I absolutely played into their hands there and just killed 2 units of our troops for no reason.
Victory! Another settlement falls before us.
Does Dunedain have quite possibly the smallest population? Does it even have enough population to grow? Oh, just about. That's minuscule. Well, this place is an absolute useless drone for us, isn't it? Ah, you are indeed correct, whoever suggested that the reason my Warg skirmishers in Kharndum do not have free upkeep is because I cannot train them in Kharndum. So of course they don't have free upkeep.
Yes.
Ah, we don't have any money, do we? And we can't train you forever, so we should definitely try and get you in a fort. But I really want a tower.
Orders. As you wish.
And again, Imladris did not rise up.
As you wish.
But we do now border the Northern Dunedain. completely. We've gone as far as we can south. The only other option would be to take Oya, lad. Oi, lad. How's it going, babe? I'm really surprised at this. They're just letting us kill off their units. They've already lost 3 Elder Inway. I'm going to besiege him out all 9 turns. I mean, I was never going to attack Imladris. I apologise if it does turn into the most ridiculously simple victory over the elves. But I will absolutely take that. I'm not going to risk attacking Imladris. They get an insane garrison. Whereas if we just siege them out and they just let us, then brilliant, to be honest. I don't care if it's anticlimactic. We need the win. We're about to have a very long and arduous fight against the combined forces of Ered Luin, the Northern Dunedain, and the Breland. And any help we can get. And Nazgul has already died and returned to Mordor. Goodness. Oh, our relations with our neighbour are outstanding. Are we making money yet? Yes! Just about.
Orders. By your command.
Well done, friends. We can make even more money when we send Agendaur into a fort, so let's just get that out of the way now. So tell you what, Hoonvorn, the Wraith of Cardlan, you go to Goberdrine. Yes, Barceleg doesn't hate us.
Today. An order.
And Agendaur, you come back and sit in that fort over there. Hoonvorn also doesn't have, can't be trained, but at the moment his upkeep is 0. Unfortunately for you guys, when version 3 releases, their upkeep will no longer be 0. So that is not going to be a feature of your campaigns, I am afraid. Now, what you might be interested to know, and something that should be by the next time I record Angmar, those little smaller flags to the right-hand side of the main icons that you're seeing flicking through now, they are going to be used as the basis of the diplomacy icons. And when our turn comes back around, I'll show you what I mean by that. But essentially, it won't be exactly as you see them there. Some of them will be changed to be a little more identifiable. Yes. But in the diplomacy screen, the smaller icons here will be changed to be those smaller mini banners. So rather than a shrunken down version of the main icon, they will then be another sort of a flavourful addition of iconography from that faction for your viewing pleasure. As soon as we get Agendaur in that fort, we'll be making money. But the longer he stays out there, the less and less likely it is we'll make any money. Litash doesn't like us. The no garrison is really starting to take its toll. Oh, it's 100%. No, it doesn't. It does like us. It's just a bit grumbly. Oh, are they down to 81? Goodness, this siege is really going well. 7 turns left. You've got to bite the bullet and you've got to go for it, Imladris. I will, however, to speed things up for yourselves, I will now cut the video and I will return you to the campaign when something happens. And that is almost certainly going to be the capture of Imladris in 7 turns. So see you in a moment. Welcome. As expected, nothing happened until Imladris rose up. And also, as expected, they waited to the last possible turn, meaning that there are now well over 10 Angmarim to each elf. There only really the bodyguards are actually left. The rest are just stragglers. But that's not to say this is definitely going to be a win. The only thing we have to our advantage here
behind, men. We shall utterly crush them.
Is that we can stunlock them. But let's not forget that Elrond, Elladan and Elrohir all have Noldarine Guard, and they are very powerful units. So it shan't be a walk in the park, but it's going to be 10 times easier than it would have been if Imladris just attacked straight away. And it's actually in the Imladris battle map. Goodness, this map is buggy as hell. So, although RK has actually made great leaps in improving the quality of this battle map, so it shouldn't be too bad. There they all are arrayed against us outside the last homely house. And of course we shall try and hold them here, where we get the biggest advantage by being on this slope. But our entire army, our furthest units, are literally miles away. So, first of all, drop that. Right, we'll send in also any pikemen we've got. Oh, you're literally the furthest unit away. Brilliant, brilliant. That's going to help us immensely. But get those units to run over. Savages go on the side. Hillmen go there. Right. Other units come and stand in support. Other ground infantry, anyway. Or just come and sort of stand there. Oh, I forgot we brought the Barrowites. Get them involved. These are the units we really want, though. Rain what we can down on the enemy while we can. You guys come and get into position there. We've got a couple of units of Warg Raiders. Oh, they're not going to be much use, though, are they? Ah, this battle map is horrific. Come and stand on top of each other over here, and we'll use you maybe in a minute. Another one of them. Just going to stand there. Everybody runs. Go for it. The pikemen are literally the furthest away from the elves. Oh, the Noriterno cavalry are coming first. Who's nearest to blocking them off? Savages. Oh, Barrowites. No, no, what are you? Oh, the North Guard. Oh, no, sorry, of course. Witch Knights, our actual bodyguard unit. Alright, they are already in battle. The Noriterno cavalry is charged to their deaths.
The battle is very much in our favour. Victory will be ours.
And they are actually dead. The Noldorin Guard are standing down there shooting us. Alright, send the savages in. You're our armour-piercing unit, so might as well use you where we can. Oh, that's the only unit that so far has actually come for us. Fools. That gives our pikes time to arrive. Oh, goodness. Could you be further away? I mean, when they arrive, they're going to be knackered as well. Move the Barrowites further up. Conscripts. Quiet down, you maggots! You fellows go and stand over there. Bring the Warg Riders over. And they'll at least shoot the enemy. Warg Riders! The enemy comes. Oh no, no, they've just killed all of our savages. Send in the Barrowites. Try not to die, you're semi-immortal.
If we continue like this, we will smash the enemy.
Who is this as well? It actually is Elrond. He has come forward first. While the rest of his army just wigs out over there. Oh, this is going to be genuinely going to be the most anticlimactic battle, isn't it? They made it all. They escaped. We don't want to get too close because a lot of their army does shoot. How fitting that Elrond is to be slain by one of the very risen Dunedain he fought so hard to save all those years ago. It's almost poetic, isn't it?
Dead. Let the crows have his miserable bones, and let our swords have his men.
They are just going to stand there, aren't they? Oh, Imladris. Charging them would be just such suicide.
This is the way.
But it would just be the... Otherwise we're just going to have to, again, cut this. And just ride it out. But we'd just lose troops so unnecessarily. Oh, I will. I'll see you at the end. Victory is ours.
These people now kneel before us, my lord.
And we shall wipe them all out. And the banner of Angmar rises high above the last homely house. Elrond and his sons are no more. The Hidden Valley belongs once more to the forces of the Witch King. Glorfindel's prophecy shall come to naught. For Glorfindel will not fight in Middle-earth again. No, thank you. Imladris ruined. Imladris destroyed. Morholt, conqueror of Imladris. Well, they won't like us very much. And it'll be a while before we can actually do anything. But our large army does not need to sit here. We don't really need to leave anything here. So what we will leave behind is some conscripts and some hillmen. And it won't hate us because there's no one there to hate us. And it makes a reasonably large amount of gold. And look what just happens to be nearby, the northern Dunedain capital of the Angle. And whilst our army's here, it would seem rather fitting to make that our next target, would it not? And then we can press in on Amun Sul, knowing our southern border is entirely safe.
Stop here.
So that is where we shall head now. I wonder what they will actually do. The northern Dunedain. Now, we've got an army to press against them, and I haven't seen really anything of them so far. And their only threat is possibly coming from Dunland, from the far south. So with us chiming in at this time, we might actually rock up at the perfect time.
Greetings.
Ah, yes,
I have
please.
a word for you. Aye.
How would you
And
say
I have a
about
position for us,
some
aye?
map information? Yes. I should have sold that.
Well,
Oh, that was
that's
stupid.
uneventful. Good day.
Should have sold that. That was foolish. I could sell it to Erod Lewin. I'm sure they'd be very interested to get my map information. Oh, I know what I was going to say. It's just come back to me. In the last episode, I said greetings to those of you watching in Sierra Leone. And that meant that the comment section was somewhat flooded by people saying welcome from wherever they were watching from. And the most common types of persons to be saying welcome were, of course, Australians. Not necessarily, of course, but were Australians. And to thee, I would say
Command.
that
Tried whipping.
I don't think it's wholly extreme
Moving
or
to crush the
unexpected that Australians would watch, because of course I am English, and ergo I speak English, meaning that for Australians I speak your language, or rather, let's be frank, you speak mine, and so of course I would expect people in places like Australia, New Zealand, and obviously America, Canada, places like that to watch, because you speak English, and this is predominantly an English, predominantly, I don't speak any other languages, this is an English channel, so it would therefore line up with your interests a little better. The reason I find places like Slovenia and Sierra Leone who watch me are because English is not the national language, and far from widely spoken. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm fairly certain Sierra Leone's official language is French. Are they a French one? I believe they
In
are.
order. Yes.
I could be wrong. Almost certainly. But I know obviously that most nations in Africa speak one of either as their official language, not what they actually speak day to day. But their official language is generally speaking either English or
As
French.
you wish.
And then isn't
shall
one of them
continue
German? Doesn't
tomorrow.
someone speak German? And then, of course, in the south, they speak Afrikaans in South Africa, the literal country of South Africa, which is, of course, a kind of weird child of English and Dutch, which themselves are actually relatively closely linked languages, making Afrikaans just a bizarre language, if I do say so. Fascinating, but sound-wise, I think it's a little bizarre. But I love all languages. That is purely from a student point of view, and not from a cynical, scorning point of view. But there we are. So greetings to you Australians who are indeed watching. Also, I would find it quite... another reason why I don't think it's too stretched to suggest Australians would watch is because Australia, of course, you're brothers to us here in England. Go back only a couple of generations and many of your number are English, or Scottish, or Welsh, or British, is what I prefer to say. And so your interests would surely therefore line up still quite readily with our own
They're
interests.
not going anywhere.
Yes,
Given that your nation and our nation are very,
without
very
question.
closely linked. Even to this day, of course. I don't want to ceasefire, actually, sorry. I want to give you my map information. Oh, they're well off, apparently. I'd like a couple of grand for it. What are you saying? 2,000. Yes! Now, I've not actually been to Australia, but of course I've widely publicised that I have been to New Zealand, and I absolutely loved it. And if Mrs. Ardern would like to grant me full citizenship rights, I would absolutely lap that up. I would love to live in New Zealand, even if just for a short time. I appreciate most expats that do live there only for a short while, normally around tops of about 5 years before they return to England. We are making a lot of money again. Because of the biggest reason people cite is that whilst New Zealand is absolutely beautiful and scenically one of the greatest countries on earth, and it's also very easy for an English person to live there because, as I've just mentioned, we're so closely linked that it doesn't feel like another country. It doesn't feel that far removed from England. Ah, look, we're going to kill Aragorn. Brilliant. And so a lot of British people can move out there easily, but the number one reason they move back is that they say there is simply not enough to do. And possibly then that's why Australia has a larger British expat community than New Zealand, because Australia does have a little bit more going on. But it's the fact that New Zealand doesn't have much going on, combined with the scenic beauty, that draws me to it. Whilst I'll agree that the movies The Lord of the Rings did stoke an interest in New Zealand for me, seeing that scenery, I just thought, I've got to see what that looks like. And I did. I went and did that. But now my love for New Zealand comes from having actually spent time there, spoken to its people, toured the entire country, and I just love it. I just really love it. I'd love to live there. But I don't, unfortunately, have one of the jobs that you guys want, so I can't come over too quickly. I am neither a midwife nor an engineer, so I am not in high demand. Speaking of what I do, though, obviously I'm a trainee solicitor. And sometimes I say the phrase, "Oh, I'm a solicitor, don't you know?" And I would like to stress that that is wholly sarcastic and taking the Michael out of people who think that their job means they're better than anyone else. There have been a couple of comments on the channel, various videos, suggesting that I might have something, I might consider myself a little better than other people purely because I'm a solicitor. Or maybe just in general that I feel I'm better than people. And I would really stress that if you actually spoke with me in real life, I'm not like that at all. And I really don't hold myself as higher than any of my fellow man.
Without question, I shall continue tomorrow.
And I found those comments actually quite distressing because it really concerned me that maybe I'm coming across as being an absolute twiddlestick in these comments and videos. And I really don't mean to. I mean, sometimes I do lose my rag and I can be a little rude in comments, the latest German issue being a case in point. But because I'm a trainee solicitor, I do not think I'm better than anyone because of my job role. And I mean, I can't think of anything worse than people thinking that I think my job makes me better than someone. A job is a job. I mean, it pays me money. I do something that I enjoy, and I'm very lucky to be doing that. But I'm not greater than anyone else purely because I am training to be a solicitor. So that one threw me a little. But so I think some people might take the sarcasm with which I cover this channel as being true to word. And that is just not the case. I am a very sarcastic person. And unfortunately, as I've found working in a large office, some people don't find it very funny. And I think that's probably just what's transpiring on the channel. So I can only apologise for that. Now, I, unfortunately, am going to leave you on a bit of a cliffhanger here and save it before we fight Aragorn. It's going to have to be the start of the next episode. I apologise this episode's been a bit of a flop, but I am afraid that I do have to go. My dinner is ready. And I am recording this on Valentine's Day, so our sausage and mash is our lovely romantic dinner. I shouldn't be late for it. So Aragorn is going to have to wait till next time, which will be the real battle, though. The wasted battle of Imladris. I'm sorry for that. But there we are. I do hope you've enjoyed this episode. I apologise in part that nothing has really happened, but I do hope you've enjoyed it nevertheless. And I do hope to see you all again soon. But until we speak again, dear friends, Navair Naden Penamad Melonin, spread the light of Archay in all you do, and farewell.